so y'all can see me a little better. Some mini calamars, some raspberries, blueberries, marinated Atlantic salmon, some baby broccoli with like the long stems, stuffed peppers, fruit for my smoothie, chocolate covered strawberries for like just for a snack, frozen chicken bites, chicken breast. Hey y'all, welcome back. My name is Jasmine and thank you for tuning into my channel today. Clap, clap, clap. Okay, so today I'm very excited because I am starting my first series on my channel, which is my 75 intermediate challenge. I know y'all have probably heard about 75 hard and 75 soft. 75 hard was just not sustainable for me right now, and I wanted more of a challenge than 75 soft, the typical. So I decided to call mine 75 intermediate, and that's what this video is going to be about today. Basically what my goals are, showing y'all how I am accomplishing those goals and how I'm maintaining them. Yeah, just how I'm doing with my 75-day challenge. So I'm actually on day, I started January 16th. So today is day 26. So today is 26 out of 75 days. I don't think I've noticed a difference within myself like physically just yet, but mentally I definitely have like noticed that I'm very much like up for the challenge and very excited to like challenge myself. So let me tell y'all what my goals are. My 75 intermediate goals are: get at least 5,000 steps a day, drink at least 80 ounces of water per day, eat 3 meals per day.
What could he do for me? I told him that my love is free. Can you match me? I can do it all for myself. Want you but really don't need help. So can you match me? I like luxury, I like fancy things. Shine on my body, live like royalty, treat you like a king. If I trust, but you must be worthy of the crown. I'm not just anybody, born to live in luxury. La 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 la.
Gym, exercise, or go to the gym at least 3 times per week.
Mira, vamos a tener un fucking good time aquí, ¿ok? Oye, ey, ella quiere que le den, se me explota, ay, si la ven. Solo mía, mami, bebé, lo que quería los tener. Ey, mami, dale rico, mueve ese totito. Solo me emociona decirte todo en lo cortito. Eres una loca, como me la azota. Sabes que está suave, la perrita es deliciosa. Me deja morado cuando me la agarro. Pego mi pero baby, te lo hago. Mata como body, she a bad shorty. Una bellaquera me pone bien horny. Lo que hace calor, el baby, sácate, chacho. Me gusta cómo mueve, lo trae en la cultura, eso es normal, baby, tú no te vienes. Le gusta que me peine, así, así. Soy un chacalito, ella sabe lo que tiene, pero ama lo que viene, nene. Pero ama lo que viene, nene. Ey, baby, da. Me siento bien fresco, hace mucho tiempo que no bailo y me divierto. En PR está muy fresco, tiene la corona para baby de repuesto. Eso es de repuesto. Ay, ahora saben quién hace, mira. Sacude lo que hace calor, el baby, sácate, Puerto Rico se pone al garete, sale beguillao como en la fuerte billete. Y las bichas dicen, ese tipo está pesado.
Pray every morning and every night. Read the Bible at least 10 minutes per day. Take progress pictures every 5 days. This is actually changed to every 7 days. And no alcohol period. So wine, none of that. Yeah! My goals are kind of broad, but they are like quantified. So typically with the 75 hard challenge, people are doing like 2-a-day workout, getting to 10,000 steps every day, which 10,000 steps is the recommended amount of steps that you should get per day anyway. But I could talk about that in a different time. With me having a job where I sit at my desk pretty much for most of the day, I wanted to give myself the goal to get 5,000 steps because like I said, 10,000 steps is achievable, but I wasn't about to go from, I was averaging maybe like 1,700 steps, maybe like 2,000. I was averaging that like during the work week because I was just pretty much sitting down all day. I was like, let me start at 5,000 steps because I can always just increase it as I go because it is 75 days. And if you see at the bottom, I have tentative to improve. So this is why I considered mine to be intermediate and not soft, because I am gonna alter the goals like as time goes. So like I said, it is day 26. I didn't really set a specific time period as to when I will alter the goals. Like for example, I could have initially said each week I'm gonna increase at least one goal to something. So I could be like, instead of 5,000 steps a day, I'll increase it to 6,000 steps and do that until I want to increase it again. Or instead of 80 ounces of water, I'll do 90 ounces of water or something like that. Like I said, this is why I have an intermediate for now. Since I am starting this vlog, I probably am going to increase and make my goals a little more challenging this week because I've pretty much been killing it. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've been killing it the past like 26 days. The weekends are really the hardest days because, you know, on the weekends, getting the steps on the weekends, I be outside. So getting the steps hasn't really been much of a problem for me, but drinking the water definitely is, especially if you're out traveling and you don't have a bathroom that's like easily accessible, especially if you're driving a lot and all of that. That can be hard with the water because my water retention is just kind of trash, but it has gotten better over the last 26 days. I definitely will say that. So that is a physical change that I have noticed. So another typical one for the 75 hard is to read at least 10 pages of a book every day. I think something like that. And I read anyway. So I've pretty much been focusing on reading my Bible, and then right now I'm just reading like a fiction book, and I'm also reading Atomic Habits because I do co-read. I started my Bible from the beginning, so I'm still currently in Genesis, and I set the quarterly goal for myself, which will pretty much be the end of my 75-day challenge as well, to at least be in numbers by the beginning of April into March, around that time. Trying to focus on like my physical, my mental, my spiritual, pretty much the whole nine. And taking the progress pictures every day, every 5 days. At first I was like, okay, this is cool, but I want to make sure I take it in the same outfit so I can actually see the difference between each one. I can't stand when people do like a before and after and it's like two totally different outfits, bro. Like the leggings might fit a little different, or certain clothes like can make your body look different. So I wanted to make sure I did that. And then once I saw that 5 days was a little hard, I was like, well, let me do every 7 days. So on Tuesdays is when I do my progress picture. No alcohol, period. So with the 75 soft, you can have minimal alcohol, but I'm not a big drinker anyway. I do like wine, but I was like, I'm gonna do no alcohol at all. We had the Super Bowl. My brother is a big Eagles fan, so we just had that. My family, we do like little gatherings and stuff, like go out for people's birthdays. Like I've had a lot of stuff that I've done these past few weekends that I could have gotten drinks at, but I decided not to because I'm doing no alcohol, period. And like I said, I'm eating 3 meals per day. I've always been one to cook and cook dinner and things like that, but actually doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner is kind of sporadic. So like typically I skip breakfast. Before I started doing this challenge, I typically skip breakfast, which is why I wanted to make it a point to eat 3 meals a day, because breakfast is definitely the most important meal of the day. I do not recommend skipping breakfast, y'all. I know some people like just don't like breakfast food. Like find something that you can tolerate in the mornings. Like it doesn't have to be really sweet or anything like that. It doesn't have to be eggs like the traditional breakfast, like, but at least fuel your body first thing in the morning. So that's why my goal has been to eat 3 meals per day. I have not been counting my calories or anything like that, or monitoring my protein, just because that just wasn't what my focus was right now. However, like I said, this is tentative to improve, so that could be something that I do maybe later on in the challenge, or probably not this week because like I said, I'm just not gonna do that. But I do at least look at my packages when I do buy food to see how much protein is in the food, how many calories it is, and just to be mindful of it, to just, you know, take it into consideration, because I'm not in a bulk and I'm not really in a calorie deficit or anything like that right now. I'm really just trying to maintain and fuel my body, and that's my main focus right now. Grocery shopping is high, y'all. Grocery shopping is expensive. I've been grocery shopping pretty much every week since I am meal prepping, and yeah, this ain't no game. Like yeah, I was like, this having to get stuff every single week, like is getting old. I'm gonna try to start buying more stuff in bulk, especially since I am meal prepping, meal planning, and things like that. And yeah, just trying to shop at more like cheaper places because the traditional grocery store can be expensive. Okay, and yeah, and just to touch on me exercising and going to the gym at least 3 times per week. Even before I was doing a 75-day challenge, my typical split was yoga, Pilates, and I do those on Apple Fitness. I've been doing those for like probably since like last summer. So I do yoga and Pilates, which is pretty basic, like basically like let me show y'all an example. So I have a subscription to Apple Fitness and you can set up your plan. I do yoga every Monday with my girl Janelle. So it's like $9.99 per month through Apple Fitness, and you can set up your own workout plan. I only use it on Mondays and Thursdays because Monday is yoga day, Thursday is Pilates day. And then my other days I do weight training, weightlifting. I do yoga with Janelle. She's my favorite instructor on the Apple Fitness workouts. And I do Pilates typically with Marimba. Yeah, with Marimba on Apple Fitness. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, going to the gym 3 times a week. I'll have a time where, especially in the fall is when I'll be like, you know, on it. Like, oh, I'm in the gym, like I'm getting right, blah, 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 whoop, whoop, whoop. The fall seems to be the time where I can sustain my goals. Like, I don't know, it just feels fresh. And the springtime is also, I feel like, a popular time too. But anyway, I'm sorry, I'm ranting bad. Yeah, I've been lifting weights for like the past few years, but I've just never stayed consistent with it. Having a workout partner definitely does like help you to stay consistent with it more than anything. But lately I have been doing well, going to the gym, getting on my Zoom, back lifting weights, and it made me realize how much I miss like lifting weights on a regular but yeah, I'm gonna quit ranting y'all because I have a whole lot to talk about the whole week. So like I said, yeah, I went to Sam's, got some groceries. I feel like I did pretty good like with the price of them and everything, but I'm gonna see like how I like it and everything. I will show y'all. I will go ahead and show y'all now what I am meal prepping for this week. So yeah, swipe left. Okay, we're gonna start off with one for right now. I don't know how full I'm gonna get, but let me show y'all how they look after they came out the oven. Oh, they're so cheesy and oh, they just smell so good. I wish y'all could smell it. Just pretend like y'all can smell them. And then I kind of left my Brussels sprouts in too long, but they'll be okay.